Trump's 25% tariff bombshell. What it means for you. So, imagine this. You wake up, grab your phone, and start scrolling through the news. Boom. There it is. Trump slaps 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico. If you're like most people, your first reaction is, what does this even mean? Let's break it down. What's happening? President Trump just announced that starting tomorrow, all imports from Canada and Mexico will face a 25% tariff, essentially a tax on goods coming into the US from those countries. And it's not just them. China is also getting hit with an additional 10% tariff on its exports to the US. Now, you might be thinking, all right, but I don't import goods from Canada, Mexico, or China, so why should I care? Here's the thing. You do care. You just don't know it yet. How does this affect you? Tariffs sound like something that only businesses and politicians should worry about. But let's bring this to real life. Let's talk about you, the average person, whether you're a student, a worker, a parent, or a business owner. Here's how this tariff is about to hit. 1. Your groceries are about to get more expensive. Ever noticed how much food at the grocery store comes from Canada or Mexico? Think about avocados, tomatoes, beef, dairy products, maple syrup, even beer. Yep, a huge portion of our food comes from these two countries. With a 25% tax on these imports, guess what happens? The prices shoot up. A carton of eggs that used to cost $3 might be $4 now. A pack of avocados that was $5 could be $6.50 or more. A gallon of milk? Expect an increase. And the worst part? It's not just fresh food. Canned goods, frozen food, and packaged snacks, even processed meats, could see price jumps. If you're on a tight budget or feeding a family, this is not good news. 2. Buying a car? Brace yourself. Maybe you've been saving up to buy a car. Well, bad news. Cars are about to get way more expensive. Here's why. Mexico is one of the biggest suppliers of auto parts to the US. Many American cars, Ford, Chevy, even Tesla, use parts from Mexico. So now, manufacturers have to pay extra to import those parts. Guess who they're passing the extra cost on to? Yep, you. New car prices going up. Used cars also going up because demand will increase. Car repairs? Even the cost of fixing your car could rise. So if you were planning to upgrade your ride this year, maybe start looking right now before prices start climbing. 3. Everyday goods, clothes, electronics, and more. Think about where your clothes come from. Your phone, your furniture, even your toilet paper. Mexico and Canada are huge suppliers for clothing, electronics, and home essentials. That comfy hoodie from a US store? It might have been made with Mexican cotton. Your iPhone or Samsung. Some of the parts could be imported from Mexico before being assembled elsewhere. With tariffs, retailers will have to pay more to bring these items in, and they won't eat that cost. They'll pass it down to customers. So don't be surprised if that $40 hoodie is now $50, or your new iPhone costs an extra $100. 4. Job market shocks, layoffs incoming. This is where things get scary. While tariffs aim to encourage American companies to produce goods in the US, it doesn't happen overnight. What does happen overnight? Some companies panic. Many businesses rely on imports, and if their costs skyrocket, they have to make cuts somewhere else, often by laying off workers. Factory jobs? Could be at risk if production costs go up. Trucking and logistics? Might see less demand if trade slows down. Retail stores may have to increase prices or cut back on staff. If companies can't afford to keep up with rising costs, they might shut down completely, or at least let go of workers. So, whether you work in retail, manufacturing, or even small businesses, this could shake up the job market. Will Canada and Mexico fight back? Oh, they're not happy. Canada's Foreign Minister Melanie Joly has already hinted that they might hit back with their own tariffs on American products. That means if we tax their goods, they might tax ours, which could make things even worse. This has happened before. Remember when Trump imposed tariffs on steel and aluminum in 2018? Canada responded by taxing US dairy, ketchup, and bourbon, which hit American farmers and businesses hard. So if Canada and Mexico retaliate, it could mean even higher prices on American exports, hurting our economy even more. So, what now? The truth is, nobody really wins in a trade war, especially not everyday people like you and me. The goal of these tariffs is to push companies to make goods in America rather than relying on imports. But that's a long-term solution. And in the short term, we're going to feel the pain at the grocery store, the car dealership, and even in our paychecks. What can you do? Stock up on non-perishable groceries now before prices rise. If you're planning to buy a car or big-ticket items, do it ASAP. Watch out for price hikes in clothing, electronics, and daily essentials. Keep an eye on job trends. If your industry relies on imports, stay alert. Support local businesses where you can, as they might be hit hardest. At the end of the day, tariffs might sound like a fight between governments, but the real impact hits regular people. We don't have a choice in these policies, but we can prepare by understanding what's happening, adjusting our spending, and making smart decisions to stay ahead of the price hikes. And who knows? Maybe, just maybe, this trade war will cool down before it gets out of hand. But until then, keep an eye on your receipts, because things are about to get pricier. What do you think? Do you support these tariffs? Will they help American businesses, or are they going to hurt regular people? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. And as always, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more global updates on global affairs.